Owning a mansion is a luxury that, well, unfortunately, few get to experience. There's nothing quite like waking up in a glitzy bedroom and wandering down a grand staircase to grab a cup of coffee before walking out to your infinity pool. Having a bowling alley in your basement, a saloon in your man cave, and a spa in your west wing is just ordinary for some people. And while it seems like there may not be any downsides to having a 7,000 square foot home, there is one that few people actually think about: cleaning the house. On average, it's estimated that it takes a professional about 1.5 hours to clean 1,000 square feet of house. That means for the mansions of celebrities, it can take multiple days just to get the basics done. Then, of course, you have to factor in the cost, which can sometimes be more expensive than the average person's house. Today, we're going to take a look at how much it's estimated to cost for some of the most well-known celebrities to get their mansions cleaned. We'll even take a look at what the cleaning entails, from bowling alleys to libraries to tea houses. Jeff Bezos. Oh, Jeff. When he isn't making the headlines for how wealthy he is, he's making headlines for new properties he's gobbled up. He owns 2 historic buildings in D.C., a mansion in Beverly Hills, multiple condos and a penthouse in New York, a mansion in Washington, and a ranch in Texas. On top of that, he made headlines in September of 2020 for mansion hunting for another home in Miami Beach. But perhaps the most fantastic and notable of all his homes is none other than Warner Estate, the most expensive home ever sold in California history, for an unimaginable $165 million. And when your home alone costs $165 million, you can be certain that the cleaning doesn't come cheap. It's estimated that the 13,600 square foot home cost Jeff $56,600 per year to clean. For a bit of reference, the mean income per capita in the United States in 2019 was $54,129, which means half the people in the United States earn less in a year than Jeff spends cleaning just one of his houses. Granted, when I take a look at this house, it actually seems like Jeff is getting a pretty good deal. Not only is there a 13,600 square foot mansion, there are also 2 large guest houses on the property, and that's not even factoring in the fact that there are 8 acres, 2 swimming pools, and even tennis courts on the property. The main Georgian-style home has 8 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. Little is actually known about the interior design of the home, as it has evolved over the years, but I can imagine in a Georgian style, there are a lot of crown moldings that do need dusting. The home also has a floor that was originally owned by Napoleon, which I am sure the cleaners have to be very gentle with. Can you even imagine being the cleaner that destroyed Jeff Bezos' nearly 200-year-old floor that was once owned by the Emperor of France? Yeah, that would be a pretty bad day at the office. Well, with all that being said, this is just one of the homes of Jeff Bezos. The home is impressive at 13,600 square feet, but some of the other homes are even larger. His mansion in D.C. spans 27,000 square feet. His home in Medina, Washington is a startling 20,600 square feet. And that's not even counting the neighboring house he bought, which is 8,300 square feet as well. So, not even factoring in the Texas ranch or the New York City penthouses, Jeff has 69,500 square feet of house to clean. And if we look at the figures from earlier, that should take about 104 hours to clean, which is more than 4 total days. Prince Harry. If there's one thing my homeland has done that the rest of the world seems to love, it's the royal family. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down from their royal positions in a bid for financial independence from the crown, Harry and Meghan put down roots in Montecito, a cozy, uber-wealthy community about 90 minutes northwest of Los Angeles, on a day with minimal traffic at least. The 18,000 square foot home costs $14.65 million and is estimated to cost them about $75,000 per year to clean, which I'm sure came as a bit of a shock to them, since this was the first home they've been in charge of by themselves. The home has 9 bedrooms and a whopping 16 bathrooms, and while that's impressive in and of itself, the real fun comes in the recreational and luxury spaces. The home has a library, a spa with a wet and dry sauna, a full gym, a game room, a wine cellar, a theater, and even an arcade, which is sure to keep little Archie busy. On the 5-acre grounds, there is also a children's cottage, a tennis court, and even a tea house. I mean, they are still British after all. Oprah Winfrey. That being said, Harry and Meghan aren't the only celebrities that have decided to put down roots in Montecito. If you turned on your TV during the middle of the day in the 90s or early 2000s, there was one woman you were going to see. She's been dubbed the Queen of all media and the Queen of daytime television, and you only need to hear her first name to know who she is. That's right, we're talking about Oprah. Oprah made her billions through her talk show and her role as the CEO of her own network, the Oprah Winfrey Network. And she used those billions to buy a beautiful 23,000 square foot home that is set on a massive 42-acre estate. Just take a moment to imagine how much 43 acres in the Southern California mountains overlooking the ocean costs. Well, if you guessed $53 million, you'd be right. However, the home is estimated to now be worth more than $100 million today. It's also estimated that the home costs $92,000 per year to clean, and it's easy to see why. The palace, which Oprah has dubbed the Promised Land, has several living rooms, 2 movie theaters, 6 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, and a library that has over 1,500 volumes. Just imagine having to dust every one of those off. There is also a walk-in closet fit for Oprah's full wardrobe, which alone probably takes an hour to clean. In addition to the main home, there is a 2-bedroom craftsman-style guest house on the property. There is also a pool house nestled beside the pool and a koi pond, which surely needs regular attention. Beyonce. Oprah may be the queen of television, but there's one other queen who has an even larger house. Queen Beyonce. That's right. When she's not dancing on stage or creating one of the best-received albums of all time, she's relaxing in one heck of a mansion. Her 30,000 square foot home in Bel Air is the exact type of home you'd picture a music superstar having. It looks out over the twinkling lights of Los Angeles from atop a mountain. It's a modern style, the kind you'll see all over the City of Angels. A white, sleek home with glass walls that open up to become an indoor and outdoor living space. Only in this unique case, the glass is bulletproof. Oh, and it costs a whopping $88 million. So it's estimated that it costs an additional $125,400 to clean this home every year. The main home has 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. There's not 1, not 2, but 4 swimming pools on the property. And I must say, if this was my home, I'd be having some pretty incredible pool parties. And if Beyonce wanted to have some pool parties, well, she could just have guests fly in and land on the helipad on top of her house. After all, it is the best way to avoid the LA traffic, and there's nothing quite like strolling out of your helicopter to greet your friends and colleagues. There is also a large home theater where Beyonce and the kids can relax when she's home from tour. Unlike most theaters, however, this one is lined with plush carpets, comfortable ottomans, and the door that is said to be covered in lizard skin. Perhaps the hardest part of the home to clean would be the grand staircase, and my, is it grand indeed. The staircase spans 3 stories and is cut from a single piece of wood. The staircase was then lined in soft, dark brown leather and fitted with limestone stairs. I think just vacuuming and tending to the leather on this staircase would take hours alone. But after painstakingly cleaning the staircase, Beyonce's house cleaners are in luck because there are separate staff quarters on the property. So sure, you'll have to clean Beyonce's grand staircase, but you also get to live in her house. Not a bad trade-off. So there you have it, how much it costs to clean a mansion. Which one of these homes surprised you the most? Do you think you'd ever pay more than $50,000 a year just to have your home cleaned a little bit? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury, and that kind of reminds me, I might need to go dust off some of my old fencing trophies. Pip pip, da doodly doo.